Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Our Kind of People, Season 1, Episode 12. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows as well as scripted shows. If you're returning, one of my peoples, welcome back. So we got a few comments from last week's episode, or the last episode. That wasn't like 2 weeks ago. We got Uma Storytime World says, Lady T, did you see the new OWN show, The Kings of Napa? The first episode in the first episode, the dad found himself in the arms of the angels. No, I haven't watched that, but I've been watching reviews of other people. I think James Caldwell or Spillet Boy TV, he's reviewing it, and Bonnie Blue is reviewing it. Some other people might be, but I know those are the two people whose reviews that I have been watching. Karima says, Hey, Lady T, missed you last week. Hair looks cute. Thank you, boo. Did you see the link that I sent you about the backstory of Victoria First Lady? I gotta send it again. I'm not sure when you sent it, so if you need to send me anything, just send it through a comment on YouTube. That's the best way I can get it because I am horrible with checking my email. And if that's where you send it, I don't know. But the best way to send me something is through a link in the comment section below of any video, and I will get back to you. So y'all, this episode was good. It was good, and I'm upset that this was the season finale. But one thing I can say, I hope that I don't even know his real name, but he played Jesse on All My Children. I need him back on the show with Aunt Piggy. That's what I need in my life. Seeing them two together, it's just like, man, Jesse and Angie back together. I miss All My Children and One Life to Live. Side note. All My Children, One Life to Live in General Hospital was me and my mama's show. I remember watching these shows in the 90s with my mama. And we kind of fell off of General Hospital, but All My Children and One Life to Live was our show. And I'm still to this day at this moment upset that All My Children and One Life to Live got canceled. They tried to bring it back on Hulu, but it lasted a few episodes. And I was like, those were some good shows. How is all these other raggedy shows? I can't say they raggedy because I don't watch them. All these other shows been on for the 50s and 60s. They still running. How come we couldn't have stayed with All My Children and One Life to Live? Okay, back to the show. Angela has named her new collection Nikki's Halo. She's branching off, and it's some shampoos and conditioners, I'm assuming. And she's still determined to clear her mama's name. Yes, she agreed to Daddy Franklin that she was gonna move if he was gonna help Aunt Peggy set up Nikki with a trust, help out her business, and she was gonna leave. He ain't say nothing about, okay, don't be. I don't believe he said anything about just don't be digging in my past. But she was like, she want to get to the truth. And eventually she got to the truth. But we're going to get to that in a little bit. Now, Daddy Franklin over the dinner table, side note, does Tyreek live in the house with them or does he have his own house? Because he sure was at that dinner table, at that breakfast table. Or did he come by for breakfast and discuss business? I need some answers to that. But anyway, Daddy Franklin lets Raymond know that he's hired a private investigator to look into Jack no longer being here of this world. Mm-hmm. And he knows that Jack gave Leah a key. So that just lets him know, you didn't put my daughter in a position to where she had to seek comfort from another man. And that shows me that you are not deserving of my daughter, and you are not deserving of the position of being, the patriarch of this family. And Raven hit him with fool, you cheated on your wife and had an outside baby, and then tried to run that outside baby out of town. He was like, yep. But you fit to be a patriarch? I mean, I wasn't cheating on my wife. You cheated on yours, had a baby. Was gonna leave your wife, but under some circumstances you couldn't leave your wife. But I'm a bad guy. I ran my wife off. No, you being doggone possessive of your daughter and have your daughter do your dirty work. That's what caused the issues in their relationship. He didn't say that, but I'm just throwing that out there. He also got word that Raymond entered into Jack's room after he was no longer here and that he's taking back Jack's share. I'm like, how can you do that? But that's Daddy Franklin for you. Angela, where we at? Okay. Nope, that's not right. Leah tries to make things right with Angela by getting her back into the Gracies. And Mama DuPont, she is old school. Like, the Gracies, once the thing is set, it is set. You were trying to change the things in which we... Okay, I'm trying to do a good bougie. The Gracies are the way they have been. You're just trying to change things. We like the... Oh, wait, now I'm paraphrasing. You were doing all these other things, and maybe with you grieving and all, that you should, set aside with somebody who has more experience with the Gracies. And she was looking like, yo, Raggedy Tail, I can't stand you. You were all kind of everything but a child of God. This is what she's telling Angela. That woman is vindictive and evil. And like, I'm not saying that she's not, but she don't want to mess up Leah's chances with the Gracies. Like, we have our issues. We go back and forth. And, the way I feel about you, the way you just run behind our daddy is one thing. But, like, I don't want you doggone ruining things with the Gracies on my behalf. Y'all know I got a doggone it talk about and address Angela sitting on the countertop. Now, y'all know I have an issue when I see somebody, whether they young or old, sitting they behind on the countertop or table, your behind, your feet, or your dog, or your cat, or any animal you got should not be on the countertops, the island, or any tables. That's all I got to say about that scene. Now, it's the night of the final event of the Gracies, and Nikki kind of gets hit in the crossfire. Nikki and Taylor had already broke up because Taylor's been, creeping with Lauren. Even though she was with Lauren first, they broke up. Nikki swooped in, but like, I gotta look at Nikki. I was like, you did kind of like get with your cousin's ex-girlfriend. Even I mean, granted, you just met this cousin, but still, they had just broke up, and you had got with Taylor. Now Taylor and Lauren got some trauma bond that they got going on because they saw Jack being no longer of this world when he was fresh, no longer of this world. So they didn't trauma bond and fell back in love, I guess. But she gets hit in the crossfire because Quincy is like, he's mad because Lauren is always trying to come between him and his girlfriend. I cannot think of that child's name, but it is the head maid's granddaughter. Like, you don't like her because she doesn't come from money. That's basically it. You keep on saying these slick things about her and talking about she is a liar and she's a thief. Well, did you or did you not steal Taylor from Nikki? And now Nikki done got caught in the crossfire. And she's like, you know what? Y'all just evil. Maybe it's in the blood. And I wish I didn't have that blood. And she like kind of storms off. And I was like, I kind of felt bad for Nikki because she didn't deserve to be getting hit in the crossfire when Quincy was trying to go after Lauren. Yeah. They present Daddy Franklin with a present. And it's the gun that was used to take his brother and put him in the arms of the angel. And Daddy Franklin's arm got the twitching, and now all the family's in a room. And we finally find out what happened. Well, Daddy Franklin and his brother were talking. Rose followed them there, and I guess she heard that he was going to leave her to be with Eve. And when she went to go shoot Daddy Franklin, the brother jumped in the way and got shot. And that day since, Rose hasn't been right since. That caused her to have a mental breakdown and be in and out of the mental facilities for the rest of her life. So we find out Daddy Franklin didn't put his brother in the arms of the angel. It was Rose. Now, I told y'all like an episode or two ago that Rose knows something. Rose did something because the way that she is acting, this is laying heavy on her heart and her mind, and it's caused her to be in and out of a facility. So this is when Lee was like, "All right, Daddy, I know this information, but like," and he was like, "You planted the drugs on my mama. I know you did that." And he was basically like, "It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with that." Lee was like, "Okay, that's all right, Daddy. We gonna make a statement, and you were no longer on this business. I am in control. You sit your tail down somewhere. Okay? We're not playing by your rules no more. We playing by our rules. Okay? Yeah." So Angela, early in the episode, had got the bright idea. Okay, we gonna take some pictures from the Gracies of past and like blow up those pictures so we can see a timeline of who was at the ball the night that Eve was somebody framed her for having drugs in her system. And it turns out it was Mama DuPont. Angela goes up to Mama DuPont and was like, "Yes, it was my idea to blow up these pictures." And you know what I found out? You was not in, like, first of all, Mama Tupac was like, the grace of these we usually start at 8 o'clock sharp the dancing. This is Leah, she doing things all kind of wrong, and Angela walks over there like, yes, and she got to say in her speech, and she was like, and I noticed that you was gone on one of these pictures, and she shushed that woman, that lady way right quick, fast into her, and she's like, it was you planted drugs on my mama, and she's like, yes, I did it because your mama was a gold digger and she hurt my dear friend Rose and I got her back and I did A, B, C, and D. And she noticed that Angela was sitting here with her phone like that, but I noticed it and I was like, ooh, girl, she's recording you and you don't even know it. And she was basically like, ain't nothing you can do about it. She was like, yes, I can. And I got you on recorded. Mama DuPont thought she was slick and thought she was going to just go stomp on the phone like, you ain't got nothing now. And she's like, it's in the clouds now, baby. It's recorded and it is out there. And then you can do about it. I was like, see, that's what you get. It's hard looking at that woman and being mean at her and mad at her because I loved her so much when she was on Lost. But she's playing a good character. And Angela shut her up quick, fast, and in a hurry. So let's get to some few things. Both Nate and Tyreek proposed to Angela. I wanted her to choose Nate. I did. Nate is still doggone pining after his first love. And he said that when Nikki came home and said that she and Taylor broke up, and he was like, I understand fighting for your first love. But she chose Tyreek instead, which I guess Leah hands over the business to Raymond because she gonna, start helping out with Angela in, Eve's crown. She never wanted to be a part of Franklin Holden. It was just like it was thrust upon her. In the last scene, Leah is sitting in Daddy Franklin's chair and her back is to the door. Somebody comes in like, this is for you, Daddy Franklin, and shoots Leah. And when I tell you I screamed, it wasn't even a scream. It's like I screamed. I was like, oh my goodness, is this how we really gonna end this episode? I'm like, who is it? I couldn't make out the voice, but we know it's not Tyreek because Tyreek is with Angela. I don't think it's Nate because Nate was at home with Nikki. It was a man's voice. Please don't tell me it was Jesse from All My Children. Please don't tell me that it was that. So y'all, who y'all think it was? Child, I don't know. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day for $99. Make sure your notifications are on. Somebody video Facebook's my video. You can click on it. You can like it and share with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to come over and be one of my peoples. Well, click on that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.